Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Check. Check. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out. I want to be right here. What's up, Eastside? Peace out to Eastside. What up, bro? We about to build. Who else coming in the building? Come on out. Let me hear. All right. Let me switch it up a little bit for my fam on YouTube. I can't stand this camera. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. The finances is coming slowly but surely. But hey, we're gonna be able to have a better looking camera. My brother's good. Hey, we got to hook up because you got, this next batch of ambrosia is almost done. You got to get with your brother. Oh, thanks for sharing, dog. Hey, that's 2 bottles. That's 2 bottles. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to come hook up with your brother. I'm gonna have some bottles. I'll probably be back Sunday. So hit me up. Inbox me so I can give you my number. And if you got the old number, my phone number is the most consistent thing about me at this point in time in my life. Except being a father, We about to jump it off. I'm trying to let some people come in the house before we jump off. All right, fam. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live and direct. I need to let you know that you are now listening to gye-nyame Journey Radio. I am your host of tonight's Tribal Quotes, and I am Brother Hatim. And of course, this is a Harvest Silver production. I'm about to share that in a second, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Now, tonight, family, what we're going to be building on, as Brother Issa said, we're going to be working on these proverbs. We got 2 proverbs left in the African openings proper. We got one that we want to run through. Ain't really a proverb, is more of a lesson, because in the book of the African openings to the Tree of Life, there's a book inside the book. A lot of people that read the book missed it because they started reading the credits, so they didn't really continue into the book. So we are going to continue to chapter 8. Now, for those who are interested in getting the book, here we go. Spreaker's dropping the signal. Spreaker dropped the signal. How y'all gonna drop the signal on a brother? They dropped the signal on me. Man, I ain't even recognizing my mic. It's gonna be one of those type of nights, fam. But it's cool because you know what I'll do? I'll come up out of this like this right now. Hold on. I'll start the whole damn show over. I can do that. So what I do is I could just download show from Facebook and put it directly onto my podcast. That's messed up that I even got to do that. I know some of my people's listening on Spreaker and trying to go to gye-nyame.com, but it is what it is, right? So I have to shut the Spreaker station down. But the lines are still open, fam. Hopefully, I hope the lines are still open. I don't know how that will work now that the station is frozen on me and it won't even close. So in order for me to close it out, I got to shut down everything. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to shut that down. And we might not even be able to do calls, but somebody could try to call in and see if it'll work. I'm about to test it right now because I want to make sure that y'all call. Yep, let's see. Some of y'all got time if y'all want to join. All right, so we're going to run through the Proverbs. I'm going to make it sort of a quick show. Quick show. Tonight or today is Ujima, collective worker responsibility. I've been vibing on it all day. Well, I'm not going to be able to connect phone lines because my I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on. This goddamn service, that's what's going on. This service, yeah, that's what's going on. Right? Listen, man, when we start making sense, when we start building, right? When we start really building, right? You know, the enemy has to come out. You have to expect the enemy to do what the enemy can do. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get mad. We got to keep on building. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on building. So I'm going to go and ignore that. Okay, so we're going to shrink it down. We're going to keep on going now. So we're going to become from the African Open. This is the Tree of Life. And we're going to run through this real quick. But here we go. Before I get started, my experimental batch. I don't think it's quite ready for prime time yet. Y'all see that? It's not quite ready. But, you know, we're going to do a little sample together. Nah. Carbon ain't coming off yet. It ain't carbonated yet. But we can test the flavor. I don't like to make mine too sweet because there's enough sweet stuff going around in y'all communities right now to kill all of us. Every last one of y'all, I want to toast y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming on Toast Your Ancestors. I want to big up every last one of y'all because we build together as family, all right? We peace, toast, and I say peace, 100 years. That's good. They about another 2 days. Another 2 days, that'll be good. But right now, I'm going to sip on this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, today is Ujima. I've been doing my show. I want to send shouts out to everybody that's been tuning in for the Daily Toast. Fam, we got to understand, man, it's important that we salute and celebrate our ancestors, especially our personal ancestors. I'm big on that. I'm big on you, big up and big mama. I'm big on you, sure that you salute your parents and all those people that made it possible for you to be you, because that is part of your collective work and responsibility, fam. I'm working with our kids every day, man, and I'm seeing where a lot of us are failing. I'm seeing it in my house. I'm seeing it all over, man. And the collective work and responsibility, the collective piece is really far off. You know why? You know why? I just got a new word. I was speaking to one of my brothers, and this is everybody. You need to have a friend like I got friends. I got friends that call and we philosophize. We ain't talking about sports. We talking about life and taking over the world. You know what I'm saying? Calls me from Philadelphia, from wherever he is, and he's researching, and I'm researching, and we exchanging notes. So he gave me a new word. He said frames, not just frame of reference. He's talking about people living from their frames. And basically the frames or the framework that a majority of us live in as African people, or Africans in America, or African Americans, or black people, or niggas. The framework that we are operating out of is anti-survival. The frame that we're working from is anti-collective. It takes us away from us. And I need y'all to understand, any philosophy that helps you raise yourself above everybody else, I ain't saying you shouldn't strive for excellence. What I'm saying is you should help other people strive for excellence as well. But any framework that makes you believe that you are supposed to be at the top, that you are supposed to be better than everybody else, right? Exclusively, and has you working in a way to try to destroy other people, demonic, that's right. You know what I'm saying? We're operating from a Euro-demonic framework. But I'm gonna challenge you on that, Esau. Show me where Europe is on the map. Show me where Europe is on the map. Because I'm gonna show you the power of framing. Somebody out there on YouTube, somebody out there on Facebook. I wish I could say somebody out there on Spreaker. Show me where Europe is. Because I keep on telling y'all this. There is no Europe. It's West Asia. Right? We got to stop empowering those individuals in West Asia. Right? There is no separation between that place you call Europe and Asia. The only separation is the separation that they set in our minds. When you look at that map, you don't see Europe. You see West Asia. So call it what it is. See, because part of the mythos is they got us believing they come from this place called Europe. Right? Europe don't exist. Europe, a figment of their imagination, their collective imagination that they forced on the rest of the world. Right? So now, we can give them that. But my question is, what is our collective mythology that raises us above as a group? See, because individuals don't survive when they battle in systems. Individuals are not designed to battle systems. Individuals can't beat systems. Right? I know some of y'all out there gonna be like, oh, my friend, I had a friend do it. Oh, no. No. See, because systems don't count on individual. They're not worried about individual battles. Systems are designed to carry out long, strung out wars. They do wars of attrition. So that means that you could be battling the system your whole life and die, but that system could keep on continuing. You know why? Because the people within the system change. And younger people come in to run the system. So we need systems to battle systems. We need culture to battle culture. We need people to battle people. So as black folks, where is our culture? Where is our systems? You know what I'm saying? We have to start building those things. Because if we don't, when our generation dies, Issa, Miss Jill, shouts out to Miss Jill Jackson, when our generation dies, so does the struggle. See, because what happens when an individual go up against a system, that individual get wore out. Since we're already eating unhealthy food, our bodies start to break down. You know what I'm saying? We start to become sick. You know what I'm saying? And our finances start drying up. And our children see us suffer in such a way that they say, I will never do that. I'm gonna go get me a job. Family, we need to develop systems to battle systems. We need to develop cultures to battle culture. Right now, we're operating in somebody else's frame or culture they have set for us. And it's set for our failure. It's set for our servitude. It's set for our defeat. And until we get out this culture, right, and start living in ours. I ain't saying we got to leave America because our ancestors built this shit. I'm not going nowhere because I gonna get what's coming to me, right? I'm just being honest with you. My ancestors worked too damn hard over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. If I go somewhere, I'm going to visit. I'm coming back because this belongs to me, right? And I'm gonna get my piece. And like I said, that's why we got to start really talking about this tribe building thing. Right? Because it's like with tribes, see, because understand this. Since we're talking about Ujima today is Ujima, right? The work of responsibility. Culture comes out of the collective. Culture is the framework in which that collective survives. Now, if I conquer you and I conquer your family, the first thing I'm gonna break down is the culture of that family. If the father's the head of the household, I'm gonna destroy that. I'm gonna put something in there that's gonna work for me. And I'm gonna educate your children to work for me. And isn't that what you would do? Isn't that what happened to us? So even the basic things that we are doing are working against us rising. Come on, fam. It's time to change it. Listen, I need all of y'all to understand we are living in a dynamic time. We have access to more information than at any other time in history. We got access to tools where we can reach millions of people right now. And we could change people's minds with simple discussions that we have. And we could develop collective myths like Europe. Everybody be believing it. Right? We could set up myths that our children believe about themselves. You see what I'm saying? The problem with African history at this point in time and the way we covering African history, we're covering it straight from a historical who and what. We're not covering it from a how. How did they do it? You know what I'm saying? Why did they do it? You know what I'm saying? And we're not making this so that our children can really identify with it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Where's the pictures? Where's the cartoons? Where is the stories? Right? No one used to tell us a story about Taharka. Oh, man. No one used to tell us a story about Taharka. I wanted to be Taharka. Because the way no one used to talk about Taharka whooping ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, doing the stuff that he doing. And then no one would lace it in with what Taharka was chasing the Asians back up out of Kemet. And he went so far that the elder said, stop. And his warrior, against everything inside of him, stopped and he listened to his elders. Story enticing. Where are the other stories? We want to bring up young pharaohs. We keep telling them they kings and they're queens and stuff, but we're not telling them the stories so that they can plug into their royalty. And the stories line side off. They don't have to be based on history. Base it on the principles. It don't have to be a historical figure. Hell, most of us live our lives on mythic figures. We base how we live our life on myths. But then when it comes time for us to make one, we like, oh no. That's lying. No, it's not lying. It's setting up a cultural framework through which your people can survive and thrive. Right now, our cultural framework, let me tell you what our cultural framework does. Our cultural framework pushes us into failure, family. And this country is built upon our failure. And we feed them constantly. Like last night, man, I was telling that story, and I started thinking about the cave, because those that missed it last night, we talked about a cave, right? And I was like, damn, the cave is the jail. The cave is these schools. The cave is these universities that they taking us in and roasting us. And the whole society is eating off of us. I'm saying, family, it's time for us to come up out them caves. It's time for us to start opening up some more Saturday schools, Saturday shoelays, so we can start inoculating our kids against some of this madness. I'm just saying. I'm sorry my podcast fell off, but I'm going to post this up after I get done. We're going to get into these proverbs. Now, this ambrosia is very young, mature, but damn, it's good. Yeah. About another 2 days, family. About another 2 days. All right. So we on Ujima. Last night, if you missed it, the story was The lion and the bull, I'm going to read it for y'all real quick, and then we're going to get into the Proverbs. The lion, greatly desiring to capture a bull, yet afraid to attack him on account of his great size, resorted to a trick to ensure his destruction. He approached the bull and said, I have slain a fine sheep, my friend. And if you will come home and partake of him with me, I shall be delighted to have your company. The lion said this in the hope that as the bull was in the act of reclining to eat, he might attack him to advantage and make his meal on him. The bull, on approaching the lion's den, saw huge spits and giant cauldrons and no sign whatsoever of the sheep. And without saying a word, quietly took his departure. The lion inquired why he went off so abruptly without a word of salutation to his host, who had not given him any cause for offense. I have reasons enough. I see no indication whatsoever of your having slaughtered a sheep, while I do see very plainly every preparation for you dining on a bull. Family, life-changing story. To go over there, review the show from yesterday. Listen, you really think about this. This is the situation we in. I almost teared up when I started thinking about this story and all the times I've seen it play out. But hey, I'm a dreamer. Maybe I keep dreaming that maybe one day some of us will wake up. More of us will wake up because some of us are awake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just a dreamer. Yes, I am. I'm just a dreamer. Yep. I'm a dreamer, and I'm gonna keep it alive. As long as I'm here, I'm gonna keep it alive because I have no other choice. Shouts out to Mr. Tashana Jones. Good to see you. All right. So, look like it's just us on the show tonight. So now, what's going on is I am at the end of what would seem the end of the book, but I have secret access to the other part of the book. So I'm going to share one of those with you because those are more like lessons rather than proverbs, because he set the frame. In the end, he set the framework for how the book works. All right. So we're going to read one of those too, but we're going to read the proverbs of the day. First one is the clean heart carries no weight, said the knowledge holders. That's one. And the last one. Now I want you to know we made it all the way through this book. So if you didn't go through the book with us, you go back where I started with the African Tree of Life months ago, and you can catch back up. All right. This is the last one. Listen to this one. They that find the frontier and that make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom, said the knowledge holders. For they that live for life never die. I wish I had my thunder right now. I wish I had my thunder, but I ain't got my thunder. But hold on. I might have my calls. Let me see. I might be able to get calls. Let's see. All right. While we're waiting to see if the calls will work through my Google Hangouts, actually, as one of my sons used to say all the time, all right, let me try to pull it up more time on the computer. Look like something crashed. All right, so I'm trying to pull up this Uber conference again. All right, cool. Let's see if it works. All right, so while we're waiting, so I read the first two proverbs. I'm going to start with number one. They says, the clean heart carries no weight, said the knowledge holders. Now, that one, obviously, I ain't going to say obviously, but it would seem that one comes from the ancient Kemetic culture. And one of the major things that they talked about in Egypt was having a clean heart. Now, for a lot of us, right, the heart, we say person got heart, right? But in Egypt, they looked at heart not just with bravery, but they looked at the heart as a form of intelligence, right? And they said, the clean heart carries no weight. So in order to get into paradise, or in order to get, well, actually, see, because now, at us, right? We gave up our ancient spirituality, which taught us that we could become God. Right? For religions that tell us we could serve God. Right? So in the ancient times, the clean heart carried no weight. The clean heart is what allowed you to become or move into the God state. Right? With a clean heart means that in a sense, you have followed your principles. You have stayed virtuous. You have lived a righteous life, right? So you carry no weight, right? You carry, and what does it mean to carry weight? Carry a weight is a burden. Weight is sorrow. Weight is pain. You know what I'm saying? Weight is sadness, right? These things weigh upon you. So the clean heart, those individuals that live, this is why our ancestors give us principles, because the principles help keep that shit up off of us, right? You clean your heart by practicing your principles. You clean your heart by practicing your virtues. You clean your heart by following your systems. It keeps your heart clean, right? How many of y'all know, like, for example, if you know anybody that's been addicted to something, what happens to that person when they fall out of their system? When they fall out of the pattern that's been keeping them healthy, they waver off. Most of our people don't live their life by a system. It's like they wake up and just let the day happen to them, right? But if we want to maintain being who we are, we want to maintain growing, if we want to move towards greatness, right? We can't let our day happen to us. We got to happen to our day. We got to make our day happen for us, because we set a system. And in setting that system keeps us out of trouble. That system keeps us out of sorrow. That system keeps us out of pain. That system keeps us in health. It keeps us in joy. You know what I'm saying? It keeps us in an arena where we could get experiences without experiences overcoming us. Come on, fam. The clean heart carries no weight. The weight of this survival, right? Our ancestors believed in living. We believed in partying. We believed in having a good time. But we didn't believe that we had to have it at the expense of others. We didn't believe we had to have it at the expense of our virtues. The clean heart carries no weight. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the symbolism, your heart will have to be as light as a feather. Have to balance out, right? So that when it was your time for judgment, you had enough experience, but not too much. That you had wisdom. Wisdom, you would be able to become what? Anybody know? In that wisdom, you will have the ability to become something, right? And like I said, in those cultures, we became God. We returned home, right? Many of us, we're scared to go home, right? Because we got all this weight on us. And this weight holds us prisoner to this world. This weight holds us prisoner to our oppressor. When you have a clean heart, see, once you get to a point where you have a clean heart, man, your enemy can't hurt you. Your enemy can't hurt you. Man, our ancestors, dude, I'm trying to tell you, hey, we need to dust up on this ancestral wisdom, man, because they wasn't playing, dog. Try to think about this. America is 200 years old. Shit, that is 1/10 of how old most of the dynasties were. I mean, I want y'all to think about that. You know what I'm saying? We was running civilization for thousands of years. I want you, dynasty. I mean, a dynasty. This means one group of motherfuckers was running shit a long time. I mean, and as Marcus Garvey say, what man has done, man can do. Dude, we came up from something. You know what I'm saying? And being in the position we in right now, dude, this is a hell of a come up story. Right? We're living in a time of legends. And some of us just sitting around, not ready to move, scared. This is a time for heroes. We are living in a primal time right now. We are living in a primordial time. We are living in the beginning of a new universe, a new world. And most of us are scared to shape it. It's like this world is clay, just waiting for you to put your hands in it and to mold and shape it. For us to mold and shape it. And I'm challenging y'all. Dude, I already conquered the week for you. I conquered the week for you. Right? Today is Uchima. Right? I conquered the week. Conquer. Right? What you gonna conquer? What new information, what new style, what new venture are you gonna drop on your people? See, because we got the rises of people, because we got see, because it's not enough for just Brother Hatim to rise up. Because wealth is a collective thing. I could make all the money in the world. All right? But what good would that do us? Collect old money. I hear a lot of y'all talk about the Rothschilds. They don't say Rothschild. They say Rothschilds. The S make it plural. And when you look up under that family tree, you see a whole bunch of different families, fam. Right? Fellas. Right? You look up under that group, there's a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they mixing their families. Oh. But yo, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Why can't we do the same? In a righteous way. Right? Y'all need to really think about this shit. So I'm going to move off that one. We're going to move to the second one. That find the frontier and make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom. So, what's a frontier? Frontier, right? Remember, they used to call the Wild Wild West the Great Frontier. A frontier is a new area, right? And what our ancestors are saying here, they that find the frontier. Now, I'm telling you right now, those of you that's with me right now, the frontier, this internet, the frontier, they that find the frontier and make themselves shall rise into the crown of wisdom. Now. Oh, you contemplating on, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and the steps to that. You know what I'm saying? And then check this out. Just like I say about this brew, right? This drink I'm doing, right? It might just be for me to start it up. But my son or my daughters might take it to the next level. But I gotta work it. I gotta at least, you know what I'm saying? So who's to say that you might have to have the idea of the bank and start learning, and one of your children might take it to the next. See, we got to start. We're generational people. Operating in general, we got to start operating generationally. We got to start thinking generationally, right? Because you're not, you know, it's your tribe that need to be starting the bank. You need to build a tribe around the idea of banking. Like I'm building a tribe around the idea of the media and the self-help piece, right? Guys, we need a tribe to handle banking. I would love to have a tribe that I could trust, I could give some money to, so that y'all can hold it for me and flip it for me. You know what I'm saying? What is your tribe gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because Republicans is a tribe, Democrats is a tribe, and then inside of that tribe, you got a bunch of little tribes that's handling different things, right? We the only ones that believe that as an individual, I'm supposed to do it. West Asians work together, East Asians work together, Indians work together. They work as groups and they work as collectives. It's collectives that run the world. It's not individuals. It's collectives. It's tribes that run the world. It would see, because we focus on the pharaoh when we do our research. We focus on the pharaoh. I used to be a pharaoh, right? Like the ones that advise the pharaoh. No one's looking at the generals that advise the pharaoh. Looking at the architects that advised the pharaohs, and the thousands of workers and the thousands of soldiers and the thousands of people that made sure that the kingdom ran. Looking at the family that was under the pharaoh or with the pharaoh or stood by the pharaoh. No, we just want to be the pharaoh. Come on, man. Come on, man. We the only ones that's in the fantasy that is me against the world. You know what I'm saying? We the only ones that's caught in that fantasy, that we honestly think that you can take on the world. It's fantasy. And this is why I say that, man. Our people have always been collective. Always. We built dynasties. We built empires as families, as tribes. We survived the worst. We survived the Mayafa as tribes. And when they broke down the tribe, we survived it as families. And now the frame that we have is that in order for me to make it, I have to get away from my tribe. People that look like me. Why? Because I don't want people to think I'm too black. We the only people that could be too much of who we are. I never heard nobody say, hey man, you're too Indian. Hey, you're too Chinese. You're too French. But you can be too black. How the fuck is that possible? We ain't black enough. I know we ain't black enough. No black banks, like my brother said. No black hospitals. No real black food. No black political system. And no black politicians. We're not black enough. So when our ancestors say, they that find the frontier and that make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom. What is the frontier? What is that wilderness? What is that new thing, that new place? What's up, Stephanie? Thank you for joining me. What is that new place that we can make a come up? We find that new frontier and we sit there and we watch. We're not black enough. Think about it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything we even when we give our kids aspirations, and I'm getting to this too, even when we give our kids aspirations, it's to move away from us. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, a lot of us is mad at our kids because we feel our kids can't learn. But could it be that the system has moved away from how we learn? Could it be that our kids are plugging into something that we have not even tried to, so that we could tweak the information, so that we could get them the information that they need? Or could it be that our children have just watched us and seen how unhappy many of us are and said, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Hell, I mean, shit, I'm gonna kick it out. Fuck. My mom go to work every day and come back exhausted, tired, can't do nothing. Why I want to take part in that? Y'all don't even want to take part in it. I mean, so we're not black enough. So we train the kids to get away. We train our children to get away from us. We're not black enough. But now back to that frontier. So I've been studying this internet thing for a long time, right? I got a little bit of knowledge and I'm trying to flip that knowledge into wisdom so that we get some income flowing. But the whole piece is finding that frontier and being silent. The frontier, they that find the frontier and that make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom. Many of us, we need to see, for example, because look, check this out. And this is something else. We need to find these frontiers. Like, for example, I told y'all 2 weeks ago, I was reading about meditation. How many of y'all know that meditation is a $2 billion industry? How about this drink that I'm making? This is a $2 billion industry. Dance class, $1 billion industry. The story business, if not a $1 trillion industry. They call them movies now, y'all. We don't, right? All these frontiers. These are frontiers that we don't even think about. No, we thinking about jobs. We thinking about getting a job with the state. Let me tell you what a lot of these old pension funds are doing now, right? They're firing people before. You know, I knew, how many of y'all know people who worked for a company for almost 30 years and like a year 28 they fired them? Why? Because they don't have your best interests at heart. They never did. This society is not designed for you to succeed. So all you got to do is look. Get in the frontier, become invisible. Look around you. Look at the way they're setting things up. Look at how things are lining up, family. Just look at it. It's not for your best interest. Hell, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all was happy. I mean, they won't even let y'all have Obamacare. And you know why? Because his name Obamacare. They ain't gonna do nothing but change the name, keep basically all the same shit, change the name to somebody white. Y'all not black enough. Not y'all. We not black enough. Right? We need to put it up in people's face. You goddamn right I'm black. And like I said this morning, dog, we need to go to what Claude Anderson been saying for years. We are a non-immigrant class. We deserve special treatment as a non-immigrant class. Now, because the frame of reference that we're coming from is a universal frame of reference that does not work for our benefit. Our frame of reference as a people right now is anti-us. Anti-you. There is no way that a people can survive giving away everything to everybody else first. Letting everybody else fit in first. No way. You can't do it. I challenge you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Here, let's do an experiment. Buy a box of candy. Your favorite candy. Invite a bunch of people over. Give out all the candy. First, before you get your piece. So if there's 9 pieces of candy, I want you to invite 10 friends over. Counting you as 11. Take the candy and pass out a piece to each person until you run out. Question. Did you get a piece? That is the strategy you have been taught to survive with in America. Affirmative action. Hey, let's share it with everybody. Hey, it's enough for everybody. We invited everybody to the party. We gave out all the benefits. Now there's nothing left for you. Come on, fam. So now we on a new frontier right now. Right now, I'm exploring the internet. I'm seeing people who have been able to turn this into a full-time thing to where they're able to educate and bring value to people's lives, and people, in a sense, trade money for their skills. I'm like, boom, $1 billion industry. Did y'all know that? Do you know that there's people on the internet making money doing this right now? Right now. You should be doing it. There's enough room. There's enough room for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And there's enough spin-off businesses once you get good at doing this. You see what I'm saying? $2 billion industry. Listen, I got so many scobies. I had to go put some in my garden the other day. I took a 5-gallon thing about this many scobies because I had too many of them, and I put them out in my garden to help get the soil started. That's how many I got. Industry. I'm saying I had too many. I ain't had nobody to give them to. Share them with it. I ain't nobody sell them to. Right? All right. So they that find a frontier and make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom. Why make yourself invisible? Because when you don't know something about something, you first want to scout the territory before you open your mouth, before you make yourself visible. You want to be invisible first. Because by being invisible, it gives you an opportunity to learn. And as you learn, you are able to rise into what they call a crown of wisdom. So he said, when you want to get in banking, you need to get into that frontier because it's new to you. And you need to look around, you need to study and just be silent. You know what I'm saying? Either work in a bank or get somebody to work in a bank so they can tell you, see, but they'll never let you see how that works. So you want to do some other research to find out how they work the money, how they secure the money, right? You got to get into it. You got to see it silently so that when it's your turn, you rise into wisdom. You did? Right? So now, as we start getting into these frontiers, when we start studying, like I've been studying this internet thing, man, I'm making small, teeny ways. That's how I start, because you got to understand, when you start something, it starts small, but it grows exponentially. And let me explain exponential growth for those who don't understand. Exponential growth is like this. One becomes 2. 2 sits for a while, become 4. 4 sits for a while, becomes 8. 8 becomes 16. 16 becomes 32. 64 becomes 128. 128 becomes 256. 256 becomes 512. 512 becomes 1024. 1024 becomes 2048. Becomes 4096. 4096 becomes 8182, and so on. It doubles exponentially. It grows exponentially, right? So when you sit, well, the growth is very slow. It's accumulating, but it's doubling. And you don't even see it. So I want y'all to think about this. How many times does it take for a number to flip, for number 1 to flip, before it becomes a million? You'll be quite surprised. You'll be quite surprised. Right? I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, the universe is on your side. All you got to do is follow the wisdom. Let's get to the second part. They that find the frontier and that make themselves invisible shall rise into the crown of wisdom. From the crown of wisdom, we are able to extract value. It's from wisdom we're able to extract value. Knowledge, we get paid a little bit. Wisdom is when we really start making the dough, if that's what it's about for you. It's really you start because you're able to really live the life, right? But now the last one say the knowledge holders, for they that live for life never die. Most of us are not living for life. Most of us are living for jobs. Most of us are living for our children. Most of us are living to pay bills. Most of us are living for the car. We're not living for life. What does it mean to live for life? Those that live for life never die. Life. Are you spreading life? Are you spreading life? And I ain't just talking about in a sexual way. Are you spreading life? Those that live for life. See, because in the ventures that we go into, we have to bring life to people. Those who live for life. Just talking about, see, because once you start living for life, right? You start sharing life. You're beyond survival. Why? Because in order for you to live for life, you have to be living and not surviving. Right? Those that live for life never die. Why don't they never die? Because people will not let your memory die. Most of us are living an existence where when we die, people wear a t-shirt for a week and then you're forgotten. Let me tell y'all, I tell y'all this all the time. That's hell for African. That's why I get up in the morning and I say, let's toast our ancestors. Let's toast our personal ancestors, because hell for our people have for generations been being forgotten. It ain't a place up under the ground where you're being burnt up. It ain't a place where you're being tormented. No, it's that your children no longer recognize you. Your children no longer mourn your passing, no longer remember you. Children don't even give a damn about you, and your children's children don't even know your name. A lot of us are living an empty existence. Empty. It's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to grow up. Build. Right? It's time for us to start living for life, because when we live for life, we never die. Because when we live for life, we spread life. And when we spread life, we wake people up. We make people's lives better. And what do? In gratitude, they remember us. So in our physical existence, while we're here, they help us. And when we pass, they remember us. Oh, listen. Telling you, listen. Our ancestors wasn't no joke. Now, I'm going to read one from next week. We're going to go one at a time on these, man. The way of ideas and symbols. Check this out. Then I'm going to get off of here. The saying of the knowledge holders. Now he's explaining. The saying of the knowledge holders have been transmitted over the ages through ideas and symbols. Ideas and symbols have power and energy. There are ways, systems, or manners by which ideas and symbols serve as manifestations, configurations, and stimulators of power and energy. Explosion. I need my goddamn explode. Boom. Listen. I'm only doing one of those a week. That right there. Hold on. Now, those that's interested in this book, you go to gye-nyame Journey. I'm going to type it up. You go to gye-nyamejourney.com. Go to gye-nyamejourney.com. If you look in the left-hand corner, I got this book on Amazon. All you got to do is click on it. You go to Amazon, you get it. I know some of y'all don't want to support Amazon. You're not supporting Amazon. You're supporting gye-nyame Journey. Right? Check this out. Let me read that again, because I'm going to take the last, break this down for you, because I want y'all to hear what this is saying. This is important for your families. This is important for your tribes. This is important for your organizations, right? Elder, the ancestor, Erskine Peters, just said, knowledge orders have been transmitted over the ages through ideas and symbols. Ideas and symbols have power and energy. There are ways, systems, or manners by which ideas and symbols serve as manifestations, configurations, and stimulators of power and energy. That's passed down ideas and symbols. Now, one of the first things, because we talk about they take away our culture. When they take away your culture, they take away your ideas, and they implant ideas in us that promote their culture. Because they understand this. Listen, they understand this. You need to understand this. The ideas that you think, are they yours? Are they coming from you? Are they coming from your cultural heritage? Think about it. Where are your ideas coming from? Because your ideas are not coming from your cultural heritage. They are not geared towards your survival. They are not geared towards you building and maintaining your family. I'm sorry. This thing of knowledge has been transmitted over the ages through ideas and symbols. Where are your symbols? Where's our symbols at? Right? I know a lot of we wear awesome, we then think of symbols and stuff, but have we really understood these right now? For us, most of us are just pretty pictures. Ideas. The knowledge has been transmitted through the ages, through ideas and symbols, through the stories, through the myth, through the proverbs, through the quotes. Ideas and symbols have power and energy. Think about that. An idea has power and energy. A symbol has power and energy. There are ways, systems, or manners by which ideas and symbols serve as manifestations, configurations, and stimulators of power and energy. So what he's saying is an idea, a symbol, can be used to move you in a direction. It can be used to move you to manifest. It can be used to configure a reality around you. The ideas you think, listen, ideas that you allow to flow through your heads create your reality. And the question I ask again, are the thoughts that you're thinking, are the ideas that you're thinking, are they yours? Do they come from your culture? Or are they something that's been forced on you over time? Are they working towards your end? All right. End of life, but and it can stimulate power and energy. Idea. So when I'm running around with gye-nyame, right? You understand what I'm trying to do. Focus, right? It has a certain meaning, a certain idea that every time I look at it, I see it. When I used to have my locks were empowered. The whole idea behind my locks, it was beyond trying to just look good. It was a matter of reminding me of what the hell I was supposed to be doing. This is why I said, take your day. That's why I say today is Ujima, right? I'm just being honest with you. Fuck Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Wooten. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Today is Ujima. this is a day where I think of a way that I could come together and work in first as a collective and work with the collective that's around me. The idea to stimulate, to move, to manifest, to generate the power to change the very reality that I exist in, that you exist in, to other people. We allow other people to put ideas in their head. We allow other people to control our symbols and tell us what our symbols mean. Many of us we put behind our symbols. So, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm about to get up and out of here. I got to download this this Facebook video and put it up on my Spreaker channel because my Spreaker family couldn't join me tonight. I want to thank everybody that took the time to stop in and chat with me on Facebook. I want to thank Brother Issa. I want to Sister Deshauna. I want to thank Sister Stephanie. I want to thank all of y'all for stepping out. Some of y'all was dropping in and out. I don't know whether that's the signal or I don't know whether I bored y'all or I don't know. Point is, I want to thank you regardless. I want to thank all those who's been taking the time to help me build up my YouTube station because you know a couple of weeks ago I was at 60. Now I'm at 102. You know what I'm saying? I saw something today where I was up at 120, but then when I look back at it, I guess that people just dropped off. I don't know. People just disappearing off my time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I thank y'all. We are moving towards a powerful destiny. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, this. I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for tribe. I'm looking for family, and we're building, right? Over the internet. I come on every. You got to listen. Come on every Kuchagalia and every Ujima. There's Ujima. Yesterday was Kuchagalia at 9 p.m. Somebody gonna break it down for him because if I say the days, I do push-ups, right? Because I am defining I come today. So it's Fuji Chagalia. Let me say the week go like this. Fuji Chagalia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, and Imani. Okay? So now, Imani is when people usually go to church. So you can figure that one out. Moja is the first day that we usually go back to work. All right, so now you can figure out the rest. So Kuji Chagalia at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. I do that. I also I do a daily toast to the ancestor every day, celebrating one of the principles. So tomorrow I will be doing Ujima, so I gotta get my mind ready for that right now. And I think I'm gonna go with a folktale all next week. For those that didn't hear the folktale last night, I think y'all need to check out that folktale. I almost broke down in tears when I thought about that folktale, man. Brothers, especially some of y'all done been on either one of the ends of that folktale. You were setting somebody up or somebody was setting you up for the woo. And I'm talking about that life and death one, right? Well, you know, you got to check out the proverb. Our ancestors, everything we've been through, our ancestors have been through. I call it crystallized wisdom. Sitting here and all we got to do is pick it up. I said I was leaving, so I'm out. Unless there's any other questions, I'm out. But yo, you can check me out. YouTube station is you go /Hatim or just look up Hatim or type in Daily Toast. Daily Toast, right? You know what I'm saying? You should be able to find it. All right. So this is Brother Hatim. I'm out. All right, YouTube.